G'day to you today. This is Ian here again, and the topic that I want to speak to you about is, of course, the power of positive thinking. Now, many of you have heard about this. There's even a book written by Vincent Norman Peale, about this power of positive thinking. But I want to speak about it because I think it's essentially important to know exactly what this means, the power of positive thinking, and why your thinking and your feelings are so important for what you get out of life. You see, because many people think that when they think positive, they're just thinking of, something like rosy tinted glasses. But I want to tell you that positive really means thinking about things that make you feel good. Now, when you wake up in the morning, most of us, we have our daily problems, the problems of life and the problems that we are beset with. And I want to say that sometimes we say, I just can't think good about this. But I want to tell you something. Every day when you wake up in the morning, you have a new chance, a new opportunity to think positively. You can start by saying, it's wonderful to be alive. It's wonderful that I'm breathing. It is a new opportunity, and the doors of opportunity are going to open for me today. And then you start thinking, what would make you feel good? That wonderful cup of coffee that you're going to drink, or the cup of tea? That may be so, or speaking to your spouse, or speaking to your lover, or just greeting the children in the morning. What would make you feel good? And then you just ponder on that for a while. Think of those things that make you feel good. Not about the nightmare that you had last night, or the argument that you had the previous day with whoever you are with. You start off the day thinking of something that makes you feel good. And even if it is a small thing, you start with a very small thing to think about that thing which makes you feel good. And then, you know what it is. The law of attraction says that when you think of something that makes you feel good, that again attracts another good thought. And you ponder upon this thought, and that again, that attracts another good thought. And then you have many good thoughts sort of collecting on each other. And so that eventually, when you have a powerfully good thought that makes you feel good, the law of the universe states that whatever you send out into the universe, you get back. And so when you are sending out good thoughts about yourself and about everything else around you, you start getting a good impact. People start reacting to you differently. So let's talk about something that people like to complain about, the weather. Whenever you walk outside, someone says, oh, this is shitty weather. All the weather's terrible. Something that makes them feel bad. Instead of saying, well, the weather is the way it is. The sun is shining above the clouds. We do have sunshine. And besides, if we have rain, it's a good thing, because it means the plants can get watered, the crops can get watered, and then we can have enough to eat. You can always just change the perspective, something that gives you a good thought. If you are, complaining about the lack of money, for example, that again gives you a bad thought. You can start thinking about how lucky you are that you have a job, that you have some money in your pocket. And then you say, well, how wonderful it is, how wonderful it feels to have this bit of money in my pocket, And then you just ponder on that for a while, give that a good thought. You see, because the more good thoughts you're giving yourself, the better it is becoming for you, So you just got to try it out. And sometimes I also suggest to people to keep a journal of good thoughts and good feelings. That means you should, for the next 30 days, or any time for that matter, write down the good things that happened to you in your life, and the good things that you're expecting for yourself and of others, the good things that are, because there are many, many good things in life. And that's all you need to do, is just ponder on them, think about them, and just get those good vibrations, have those good feelings, because the more you add on to them. Now, we know that life has both, life has its dark side, its bright sides. But in this, what I'm actually telling you is, just focus on the things that give you a good feeling. Because the more you do that, like I said, the more good feelings you will get. We can use any example, because I know, for example, in this country that I live, people tend to think on the bad things, like if they say 90% good things happen to them and 10% bad things, and they concentrate on the bad things. And of course, that again is like a spiral, the more bad things you concentrate, the more worse it becomes, and the worse it becomes. And so in the end, they end up desperate, because life seems so bad. And yet, all you need to do is just to change the paradigm. You just change the paradigm from the one way of thinking to the other. You change the paradigm into thinking good things. Now, everybody on this earth has good sides and not so good sides. The not so good sides simply do not match with other people, so that other people they perceive this as being the bad sides, which in fact it's not. Now, what I'm trying to say is the following. If you concentrate on the good sides that people have, the sides that you find pleasant, and the more you concentrate and you think good about it, the more people will show you these sides. You see, it's simply because they are attracted. That what you see, the law of attraction says that you will be attracted to that, and they will be attracted to the good sides. At the same time, if you concentrate on the bad sides of people, what you say is the bad sides, you will get more of that all the time. And so, what I'm also trying to say is when you are thinking of the good things that make you feel good, go back into your life as well. Now, we know that life could have sucked for most of you, that you had hard times, but don't concentrate. Don't focus on that. Don't think of that. Okay? You just go back in your life and think on the good times that you had. This is what I primarily do. I grew up in South Africa, and it wasn't always rosy there. I mean, they had a dictatorial system, but what I try to do is I concentrate on the good times I had with people, with friends, and with family, and the wonderful parties we had, and the things that made me feel good. And in the end, I still feel good about the country, and I feel good about any country, because every country has its good sides. And all you need to do is just to concentrate on those things that make you feel good, and more good things will come unto you, because what you put in, that's what you will get out, you see. If you put in good vibes, you'll get out good vibes. If you put in love, you'll get out. So we also know that the strongest power in this world, the strongest power absolutely is love. That means love for yourself, love for others, love for the things that you do, and because love creates a good feeling, and that's exactly what you want to have, a good feeling. And the more good feelings you put in, the more good feelings you'll get out. The more good feelings you put in, the more good feelings you get out. The more good feelings you put in, the more good feelings you get out. And the more good feelings you get out, good things also come to you, you see. It's, because people have this idea that they must first have before they can become happy. I say no. You be happy first. And if you are happy first, that means by thinking on the good things that are happening to you right now, it doesn't matter what it is, that are happening to you right now, you will get more of the good things. Many years ago, I'd like to tell you a little story about myself. I had a paralysis on my left side. And the doctor said, "Oh man, this is terrible, you will never get better," with this paralysis where I couldn't move the left side of my face was all lamed, But then I thought of something, wait a minute, I'm going to concentrate on the okay side and say, the okay side will push away the not so okay side away. And so I just concentrated on the side that was okay, that was good. You see, I thought of that, I pondered, I said, oh, I still have one side of me that's good. And I did this over and over and over again, and within 2 months I was completely healed. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. You see, I'm not saying this is easy. But I'm saying this is a way out for you to live a magnificent life, to live a glorious life, to live a victorious life by simply concentrating and on the good things that are happening to you. Now those of you, sometimes, you know, when you visit friends and they give you cake and tea and coffee and beer and stuff like this, concentrate on the wonderful, the fellowship you have with them. That's all. Do not concentrate on the lack, things that are missing in your life, but the things that you have in your life, things that will give you joy, things that will give you pleasure. Just concentrate on that, think about these things, and you see that your life will become a smile. You will also notice that good things will definitely happen to you. Okay, have I got it clear? Thanks a lot, and be seeing you again for our next pep talk. Thanks, this is Ian signing off. Bye for now. Oops.